It's time for SMX Facts. Let's bring on the statistician, Clinton Fowler. We have to talk Ken Roczen here. That was a dynamic win at Daytona, but really, it wasn't just Daytona. He's been really solid all year, strong toward the end of the races, which is not always his specialty. It's almost like this was a culmination. So, what does the data show you on Roczen so far this year?
Ken Roczen has been absolutely incredible so far this season. He started with 6 podiums in 8 rounds. It's just a great start pre-Daytona. And obviously that win in Daytona, huge. First Suzuki rider since Chad Reed in 2009 to grab that victory. And it's the sixth consecutive season that he's won. He's won 10 in the 12 years he's raced. He's won the main event. So absolutely incredible. The interesting part, though, is we look forward at can he be a championship contender down the road? He's down 16 points, but JT, when I look at the stats pre and post Daytona, it's not the most lovely picture, if you will, right? He's averaging 5th beforehand. He's averaging nearly a 6th after. He's won 16 times before. He's only won 6 times after. He's got 48 podiums before and 23 after. It's not the same. JT, it seems like maybe his mindset is different, and maybe that makes a difference down the run.
Well, we're going to find out. And he certainly looks great. He's doing everything that he needs to do. You know, that Tampa mishap looms large because when you look at the points, he could arguably be your red plate holder without that race happening, but it did. And now he not only has to be better than Cooper Webb down the stretch where he has struggled, as you mentioned, and he has to make up 16 points on top of that. So I think this weekend is really important. The mental change and the mental thought process that happens during the off weekend, knowing that you just have this run to the finish afterwards is critical for these guys. If he can go in and win Indy, I'm not going to say that this championship is in his hands, but I think he has a better chance. If Cooper Webb gets back to his winning ways and extends the points lead back out, or if he just goes further away, like he goes from 16 to 18, 19, 20, I think the job gets much harder going into the first off weekend of the season.
It's pretty awesome that we are basically at the halfway point, and a lot of riders have gone out, and we still really have no idea who's going to win these races on a given weekend. So this is 6 winners now, Clinton. Is that what your prediction was before the year, that we'd have 6 in a season?
Off a little bit there, Weege. Yet again, I might have said a little bit lower than 6 winners. I'll take it though. Absolutely amazing to ponder. We've had 6 winners through 8 rounds, Weege. And while that's happened 12 times in history, it's happened really early, which is super, super cool. Having it in just 8 rounds is the second earliest we've seen it. JT, the thing that really gets interesting to me is to ponder who else could win, right? Like there's other guys who could win. And when you look at the history of the sport, we've only seen 7 winners one time and 8 winners one other time. And that 8 wins goes all the way back to 1985. So that was a long time ago. Like JT, who do you see as the next potential guy to emerge as a victor?
Well, I wanted to say Jason Anderson. I really thought he had an opportunity. You look at the way he's ridden at some of the races early on. He had multiple podiums. And then that last race in Arlington, he showed us something again. But this weekend just makes me rethink how confident I am in that, because he had such a great chance here. And you don't really, I guess, associate Daytona with Jason Anderson. So maybe that thesis plays out. But yeah, I mean, I think guys like AP, guys like Jason Anderson, they have a chance. I think it gets tougher later in the year, that the cream of the crop, the championship contenders, really start to distance themselves in the final few rounds. It just always happens. But I'm going to leave you with a name. I think that Justin Cooper may find a way to do this at a track that suits him. So final answer, I'll go Justin Cooper.
Thanks for the data. See you at the races. That's it. Off to Indianapolis, Lucas Oil Stadium. You can watch race day live, qualifying coverage at 1:30 Eastern time on Saturday, and the racing starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Jet Lawrence going to be in the booth to help call that 250 East-West Showdown main event, so that's a nice bonus. Going to be a great show. You can watch it all on Peacock and or the SMX Video Pass.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.